Hi everyone, I'm Gaz and you're watching Orgasmic Tech. Today I'm doing a video on the Vivo X Fold 3 Pro Global Edition. This is my second video on the phone. I've had it for a few days now, so I've done an unboxing which you can see on my channel, and I'm just now going to do a quick hardware and a quick software sort of showcase, answer a couple of questions that I've had so far, but I'm still testing the phone yet, so I'll do a video in a few days, sort of showing you some more thoughts and probably showing you some camera samples and comparisons against my current phone, which is the Huawei Mate X3, which is quite comparable in terms of like hardware. So a bit of an impromptu video. I'm just sat in my van here just before I go to work. It's a lovely morning. It's very early. It is 5:39 in the morning, and I just thought, I'll do a quick video just to show you a few things about the phone. So I mean, you've probably already seen quite a few videos on this, but again, like I said, like I sort of stressed in the last video, this is actually the global model, the Indian variant, and it does run FunTouch OS. There's no workarounds. I know you'll see a lot of reviewers who are like, oh, Origin OS is better, it's easy to put Google on it, and that might be the case, but this actually has Google baked in. When you're first setting up the phone, you have all the Google prompts. You can log into your Google account, you can do a backup from a Google, from another Android phone via Google. You can do all that, all built into the phone. There's no workarounds needed at all. So anyway, I'll go on to that later, but first of all, I just want to give you a quick showcase of the hardware. I'm sure you've already seen this loads of times on YouTube, but I thought I'd show you anyway, because why not? So obviously this is the back of the phone. Excuse all the dust and that. It's just a bit of a dust magnet, to be honest with you, but it's hard to keep it clean. So this is the back. Like I said in the last video, it's like a matte finish. It's lovely, no fingerprints, just dust, but no fingerprints. Then there's the camera setup. It's triple cameras, as you can see there. Put it in the light. Zeiss branded, color microphones, dual tone flash by the looks of it. Nice little ring around it. It's not actually that much of a bump compared to some phones, to be honest with you. It's a bump, but it's not too bad. And then there's the hinge there, as you can see, again, dust magnet, and the front of the phone. Again, dust magnet. So it does have a pre-applied screen protector on here. I'm not a fan of them. Never am. It's quite sharp on the edges there. I'll probably peel it off in a few days, but I thought I'd leave it on just while I'm testing the phone. And then, sorry, apologize. I'm just going to go. So at the bottom we have, there's a USB-C speaker, a couple of mics, and there's the dual SIM tray. So it does take two nano SIMs, this phone. Then on the right here, when it's folded, we have the power button, volume rocker, a couple of antenna bands, and the mute switch. I think it's called I think OnePlus called it the alert slider. But I had a OnePlus Open a few months ago, and that had the same thing. That had 3 stops: ring, vibrate, silent. This only has 2, so it just has ring and silent. So obviously you can do vibrate, but you have to do that through the settings. So I mean, it's not quite as good, but it's still nice to have a little slider, to be honest with you. I quite like it. Then on the top, again, we have some more antenna bands, little speaker hole, another microphone, and an infrared blaster, which I don't know if you can make that out. But yeah, that's quite nice to have. You don't see that on many phones these days. Right, I'm just going to open it up. Apologies, I got to do it because I'm trying to hold the camera here. So, and then if you open it up, again, the dust is awful. I do apologise. It doesn't help with being in the light. So this is the inner screen. And as you can see, there's a fingerprint scanner inside. So yeah, this does have 2 ultrasonic fingerprint scanners, which it's my first experience with an ultrasonic fingerprint scanner, to be fair. But yeah, as you can see, I'm just going to show you the crease again. I did show in the first video, but in the light. So it looks quite bad, but it's actually not, to be honest with you. It doesn't really, you can't feel it under your finger, hardly at all. There's a little tiny indent. I mean, very tiny. Compared to my Huawei Mate X3, it's nowhere near as bad. Compared to the OnePlus Open, it's probably on the same level, because the OnePlus Open does have a very good crease. It's probably about the same as that. Maybe the OnePlus is ever so slightly better, but it's very, very close. So yeah, so regarding the fingerprint scanners, 2 ultrasonic ones, which is unbelievable. They've managed to squeeze all that in this body. So like I say, they're one on the front, one on the side, and they are super duper quick and reliable. They work every time, and they're so quick. You've literally just got to tap it there and it's done. I'll do that again. Share quick. Ready, tap, and done. So quick. And the same on the inside. Now with enrollment, I did the enrollment on this one, but then it automatically works with the one inside as well, so it must be the same hardware inside and out. You haven't got to do like an enrollment twice. You literally just enroll your thumb or your finger, whatever, on this one here, or the inside one, whichever, and then yeah, it works for both. So yeah, like I said, it must be the same hardware. So right, that's the hardware done with. I just want to talk through the software a bit. So yeah, this is running FunTouch OS. I'm using it here in the UK, so even though it is an Indian variant. So one of the questions I actually did get asked, which I thought I'd just show you now on camera, is about 4G calling, Wi-Fi calling support. So I'm actually running it with, as you can see there, if it focuses, yeah. Oh, I don't know if it's going to focus for me. See if I can zoom in and be able to focus. There we go. So I'm using it on EE and Vodafone, 1P, obviously same thing as EE, and Vodafone here in the UK. And as you can see, I got full 5G there, and I don't know if you can see the symbol. I'll just turn the screen on again. See the symbol there to the left, VoLTE. I don't know if the camera will focus particularly well, but yeah, so it does have 4G calling on EE and on Vodafone, to be fair, but it only actually says VoLTE Sim 1, but it does work on Vodafone. I've tried doing a call and it stays on 4G, and you do have Wi-Fi calling as well on both EE and Vodafone. So I can't speak for the other networks in the UK, but I'm probably going to assume it's the same. If it works on EE and Vodafone, it's probably going to work. But it does have all the bands for the UK. I did check. I would show you the box. It's at home, but it does tell you on the back of the box all the bands. I mean, I can always take a photo and put it on if later on if you want me to. Just let me know. But yeah, it has all the 4G bands, all the 5G bands. So coverage so far has been really, really good. Like I say, it works perfectly well. All your RCS chats work on messages as well, if that's an important thing. I don't think that works on the Origin OS model. That's another thing that a lot of other reviews don't mention, that things like your RCS doesn't always work with things like that. So like, for example, with my Huawei, I use Micro G to get Google services, but things like RCS doesn't work, Android Auto doesn't work, and like Chromecast doesn't work, and the Google Timelines. I don't know if it works on the Chinese version of this, but I think it's just obviously going to be a bit more reliable on this version. So yeah, quick little run through of the software. So like I say, full Google baked in. When you do first boot it, you do have a couple of few bloatware apps. I think Facebook was on it, Booking.com was on it, and there's a couple of others. They did let me uninstall it. So obviously I put on, but all the Google stuff is built in. So you have obviously Google Chrome, you have all the Google Gmail, and that's all already on the phone for you. So yeah, regarding software, obviously you do have an app drawer. I think it was turned off by default, that I can't remember now, but it's in the settings, you can turn it on. So the only thing you do get is you do get a few Vivo apps. So you get Vivo Store here, Vivo Cloud, V App Store, Video, and there's a couple of others as well, just little Vivo apps. So yeah, but these Vivo Store and the V App Store, they're more sort of aimed at the Indian market. So you do get like, I mean, obviously you can turn this off in the settings if you want, but you do get like things like little notifications about activating e-warranty. This won't have a warranty here because I'm not in India. And then Jovi, which I think is like Vivo's, I don't know, whatever that is. But things like that just pop up. But again, you can turn these off if you need to. Like I say, I'm still sort of setting the phone up how I like it. So I'm just going to quickly show you the settings menu. Settings. So obviously I'll just go into About Phone here. So as you can see, FunTouch OS 14, Android 14. This is the first time I've used a FunTouch OS phone. I've heard pretty mixed things about it in the past, but so far I really like it. It's a good little hybrid between, stock Android and a sort of skin. I like it, to be honest with you. Right, so again, yeah, this is what the settings menu looks like. I haven't signed into a Vivo account. Actually, I think I can do, even though I'm in the UK. I'm fairly certain I can. So you just have all your basic settings, really. There's quite a lot of customization on it. There's things like dynamic effects, and there's a lot here. You can change your fingerprint icon animation, your fingerprint recognition animation, face recognition animation, charge animation. I didn't know you could do charging animation. So you do your charging animation, different ones. There's quite a few of them to choose from. It's quite nice. I like having a bit of customization, to be fair. Screen on and off animation, etc. Just sort of doing things that stand out a bit, really. So obviously you've got your foldable device. I haven't even looked in this menu, to be fair. Yeah, it's flex mode. Oh yeah, smart screen shift, taskbar. So yeah, so it's quite like the OnePlus Open. If you've seen the OnePlus Open and you open it up, but I can demonstrate it to you now, actually. You get like a little taskbar. So sorry again, I got to try and open this up and just pop you down a sec. There we go. So as you can see now, yeah, you get like a taskbar along the bottom there. And that's the 3 most recently used apps go there. And then, you know, your standard 4 that you get on the other screens. So yeah, so, and I think, I haven't really tried it out much yet, so I need to do a bit more. But I think if you sort of, say, hold one down, then you can drag it. Oh no, recent apps can't be dragged, okay. But anyway. But yeah, so that's like, say you get the taskbar like the OnePlus Open. What else is there to talk about? Let's go back into the settings menu again. Right, so again, you know, it's almost, to be fair, it's Jovi Home again. I haven't really used this, to be honest with you. I think again it's probably more aimed at, you know, overseas markets, but I don't really know, so I haven't really bothered with that. I'll leave that alone for now. Again, you can sort of force stop all that. You can disable it and everything if you need to. And then yeah, so then you just got your standard sort of stuff, you know, etc, etc. So there's a separate, which is quite unusual. It's usually like software update is usually in like system and that, but it's actually here. So the system update, it'll tell you there. So my system's up to date. So it did when I first turned it on a few days ago. There was a software update for it, which I did. Yeah, I think that's all there is to show you at the minute. Like I said, I like Fun Touch at the minute. It's going really well. You know, you haven't got like what a lot of these Chinese phones have got, where they've got a control center to the right, like, you know, a bit like iOS. This is just literally swipe down and you got your notifications. Pull down again, you got more. And yeah, that's it really for now. But like I said, I'm still testing the phone out. So, and I'll give you camera samples, etc. in the next video. I think I've answered all the questions that I've had so far. If there's anything else you want to know about it, just drop me a comment and I'll answer it for you, and if needed I will provide a video. Otherwise, like this video if you like it, subscribe please if you could. I'm trying to grow the channel. I know these videos aren't particularly good at the minute, but you know, again, I'm just, whilst I'm small, I'm doing what I can, and then, you know, if the channel's getting bigger, I'll probably invest into a bit more equipment to make the videos better for you guys. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.